Hello everyone. So this is government scheme session 2. We already have had session 1, right? And we have discussed certain important things. So today also we'll continue the discussion. We'll try to discuss some important areas. Apart from that, what we will do, we'll try to see UPSC 2017 PYQ. There were certain schemes which were asked by UPSC in 2017. So we'll see those PYQs. So first scheme which we are doing today is National Family Benefit Scheme. It is a part of something called NSAP, National Social Assistance Program. Now, this NSAP was launched in 1995, and it is not a single program. It's a plethora of different programs, right? And the most important part about NSAP is, which you have to understand. See, the thing is, if you don't know about NSAP, you will feel that it lies under Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment because it is National Social Assistance Program. But that is wrong. It is under Ministry of Rural Development. It is under Ministry of Rural Development. So let's first of all talk about National Family Benefit Scheme. So it is a social sector scheme, or what it aims. So it is forming part of National Social Assistance Program. Right now it is raining cats and dogs in Delhi. Just a second, just give me a second. Just a second, just a second. So we are talking about National Family Benefit Scheme. And so the thing is, what does National Family Benefit Scheme do? It's one of the scheme or one of the components of NSAP. So under this scheme, BPL household, that is below poverty line households, now they are entitled to some lump sum amount from government, which is currently, I think it is around 10,000 on the death of a primary breadwinner. Understand this: on the death of a primary breadwinner aged between 18 and 59 years. Now, if we go to this National Family Benefit Scheme site, now let's go to it. Let's see. This is the National Family Benefit Scheme site. Now, there are two contradictory things which is written here. If you see it properly, so you will see here that the scheme aims to provide a lump sum amount of 10,000 to the bereaved household in case of death of the primary. And the scheme is applicable to in the age bracket of 18 to 64. It is written here 18 to 64, whereas in my notes, I have written 18 and 59 years, between 18 to 59 years. Why? Because if you see this particular side again, you will see what they have written here. See, hope you're seeing this particular line, and when you get free time after this particular lecture, you can see this side. So see, death of such a bread earner should have occurred while he is above 18 years of age and below 60 years of age. So they are saying two different things at two different points, but you have to remember 18 to 59. That is a scenario. And even a woman in a family can be considered a breadwinner. So this is a national family benefit scheme. Remember this, it's about breadwinner, death of a breadwinner, then government will give you 10,000 lump sum amount, and it is under NSAP. Now let's see something more about NSAP. So we have talked about National Family Benefit Scheme. Let's talk about this National Social Assistance Program in detail. So as you can see, as we have already discussed, that this lies in the Ministry of Rural Development, very, very, very important. And it's we talk about various income support schemes, right? Tu Bandhu, Kalia, PM Kisan, UBI, which UBI has been proposed by, that is Universal Basic Income. It has been proposed by Economic Service 1617. So we talk about all these things, right? So one of those, this NSAP is one of the earliest income support mechanism, started in 1995. And what does this NSAP do? They provide pensions to old age, widowed, what is it, disabled people, elderly. So all these people via different schemes. All these schemes lie under Ministry of Rural Development. Let's see these different schemes. What are these different schemes under NSAP? So we have done National Family Benefit Scheme. So let's close it. Let's open NSAP, and you will see that it's a plethora of scheme. Annapurna scheme, National Family Benefit Scheme we have just seen, and we see some more schemes, right? Indira Gandhi Disability Pension Scheme we will see. Then Indira Gandhi Old Age Pension Scheme we will see. So all these schemes, Indira Gandhi Disabled Pension Scheme or Old Age Pension Scheme, they all form part of National Social Assistance Program. So hope you can see this. Yes. So this is the slide. So Annapurna Scheme, Family Benefit Scheme we have just seen, Indira Gandhi National Disability Pension Scheme, Old Age Pension Scheme, all these form part of National Social Assistance Program, which is lying under the ambit of Ministry of Rural Development. Cool, dude. Now let's talk about something else. And why we are doing it fast? Because see, this is all about prelims. So we have to do about, or we have to talk about all these tidbits at a faster pace so that it takes less time and we can learn something more. So this is Social Assistance Program. Great. Now let's talk about ASER. What is ASER? Annual Status of Education Report. This is ASER, and it is released by NGO Pratham. So when we are talking about Annual Status of Education Report, you must have seen all annually they conduct this, and they always say that class 5 student or this percent of class 5 student is not able to read text of class 2 students or class 2, what do you say, text of class 2. So all these kind of scenarios they conducted, and so they conducted ASER, very famous Annual Status of Education report, and published by NGO Pratham. But this is for national. Even internationally, certain such kind of what do you say, such reports are being conducted, or such scenarios are being taken up. And one such is PISA. One such scenario is PISA. What does PISA means? PISA means Program for International Student Assessment, and it is done by OECD. So remember this when you're remembering ASER. Remember PISA also. So Program for International Student Assessment, which is done by OECD, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, if I'm not wrong. Now let's see. NSAP we have done. ODF plus plus and ODF we'll talk about right now. ASER report. So we have just talked right now. So today what we will do, we'll also talk about ODF, ODF plus and ODF plus plus. Apart from that, we have just talked about Annual Status of Education report, which is facilitated by Pratham. So they talk about a lot of things like 50% of class 5 students can read text meant for class 2. We have talked about it. So they do these kind of reports, Pratham. PISA is very important because very few people know about it. And there is a very high probability that UPSC can ask it. If they're asking you, what do you say, ASER, they can ask you PISA also. So PISA is being conducted by OECD. And since it's raining cats and mouse here in Delhi, weather is changed so fast. So that's why the net is also taking too much time to open. Doesn't matter. So we have just talked about PISA. That is fine. Now let's move on. Let's talk about something else. So what we will do, we'll talk about ODF. Now there are three different scenarios of ODF: ODF, ODF plus, and ODF plus plus. So we should be knowing what are these. What are these ODF? What does it mean by ODF, ODF plus, and ODF plus plus? So let's do that. So what does ODF means? First of all, ODF is open defecation free. So ODF is open defecation free. Not a single person found defecating in open. That is ODF. What is ODF plus? So in the case of ODF plus, first scenario will be fulfilled. That is not a single person found defecating in open. Apart from that, all community and public toilets are functional and well maintained. So ODF plus also deals with toilets, community and public toilets. ODF plus plus. So this is second scenario. All the second scenarios should be satisfied. Apart from that, what else should be done? Sewage management. It also checks about, or it also talks about sewage management. So ODF, it's about not a single person found defecating in open. ODF plus is talking about community and public toilets. ODF plus plus is talking about all those other things, previous things. Apart from that, sewage management. So understand this ODF, ODF plus, and ODF plus plus. Now, if we see, oh dude, what has happened, dude? And yes, keep on revising. Prelims has been postponed, as we were discussing earlier, but it doesn't mean that you people will not study now. So study as hard as you were studying earlier. So yes, this is an ODF scenario where they're talking about different ODF. Like here also, you can see here. So they have given an example. Hope you can see it, even if you're not able to. Yeah. So hope you can see it. Small image. ODF plus. ODF is about you shouldn't be defecating in the open. ODF plus is about, they also talk about community and public toilets. And ODF plus plus is about sewage management also. They take into consideration the sewage management. Cool, dude. Swachh Bharat Mission, ODF. Now let's talk about UPSC 2017 questions. So we'll talk about certain questions which were asked in UPSC 2017 and which are important from prelims perspective. See, the thing is UPSC does repeat questions also, right? Oh, dude, I stammer, dude. So the first thing which we'll read today, which was asked in UPSC 2017, is Unnat Bharat Abhiyan. So Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, what does it do? It connects institutions of higher education like IITs, NITs, IISERs with local communities to address developmental challenges through appropriate technologies. So these higher institutes like IIT, NITs, they go to the local communities, they mingle with local communities, they try to solve their issues via the new technologies on which they are working, if they are working on any. So that is the basic thing about Unnat Bharat Abhiyan. So let's see what was the question which was asked by UPSC in 2017. So this is question number 89. What is the aim of the program Unnat Bharat Abhiyan? Achieving 100% literacy, connecting institution of higher education, strengthening India's scientific research, developing human capital. So the answer is connecting institutions of higher education with local communities. So 89, our answer is B. Let's check the answer. So the answer is B. 89, answer is B. Now let's go back. And there was another scheme which was asked in 2017, that was Vidyanjali Yojana. Vidyanjali Yojana, and again under MHRD. This scheme, the previous scheme, that was Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, that is also under MHRD. So Vidyanjali is aimed at boosting educational system by delivering volunteer teachers to government schools. If I and you want to teach and we feel like we know certain things in a better manner and we can teach it, so we'll be called, and that calling will be done under Vidyanjali Yojana. So in UPSC 2017, this particular Vidyanjali Yojana question was little tough. See, when these kind of patterns comes now, 2 only, 3 only, 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, this becomes slightly tougher as compared to the 89th one. These are single standalone statement, but that is not the case here in the question name of, or in the scenario of 88 Vidyanjali Yojana. If you see this, so we have just read Vidyanjali Yojana, what happens. So it is not enabling famous foreign educational institutions to open their campuses in India. That does not happen in Vidyanjali Yojana. So that means we can easily eliminate this first means C option 1 and 2 only. Second is talking about to increase the quality of education provided in government schools. Yeah, so taking help of private sector and communities. Second is correct. So we'll keep those options where second is involved. In all the other 3 options, second is, or we have just eliminated C, right? Okay, so B is also gone, 3 only. So we have 2 options, 50% priority, we should go for it. And the third is to encourage voluntary monitoring. No, they are not talking about monetary contributions. They are just like, you can, if you want to teach, you can teach. So A only. So 88 should be A, right? So 88 is A, if you can see it here, right? So this Vidyanjali Yojana, they asked. So Vidyanjali Yojana, Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, ODF++, we have just seen. So this is the site of Unnat Bharat Abhiyan. Hope you can see it. And here, when you will open the Unnat Bharat Abhiyan site, now they will directly tell you that there are 2,473 participating institutes, 28 states they have covered up until now, these many villages they have covered. How much population, dude? 18,67,000 population they have covered. So Unnat Bharat Abhiyan is doing a great work. Cool, dude. Now let's go to, let's see what else we can see here. Doesn't make any sense, that sentence, but still. So again, remember these schemes which has been asked, again, we get complacent that they have been asked, so they won't be asked. No, it doesn't work like that. So even if you see something more, you will see that there are various schemes like Nearest. Nearest is a Northeastern Institute, which is in Arunachal. So various institutes are collaborating with Unnat Bharat Abhiyan scheme to impart, or to what is it? It will also help in last mile delivery of latest technology. So that is good. So Nearest is involved, many good institutes are involved, and it's not only confined to IITs and NITs and IISERs. With the Anjali Yojana, we have just seen that in that particular scheme, what is happening? If we want to teach, we will be called, and it is a scheme under MHRD, and it's good actually. If you are competent enough, you should go and teach. That will help in achieving SDG 4, which is about quality education. SDG 1 is no poverty, SDG 2 is no hunger, and by 2030, SDG 3 is good health, and SDG 4 is quality education. So also try to remember the 17 SDGs. Those are also important. UPSC has not asked it earlier, but they can ask you right now. SDG 4 deals with, SDG 5 deals with. So we should be ready for any eventualities. Again, apart from that, there was one question on National Carrier Service. So you can see how many questions are related to education. So they have asked it in 2017. So first of all, National Carrier Service lies in the Ministry of Labor and Employment, and they provide, or they help you in getting, or what do you say, they improve your employment opportunity chances by providing you different kinds of opportunities. Even now, if you go to NCS site now, they are providing you various online job opportunities. Do go and check it. So National Carrier Service, UPSC has asked it in 2017. Let's see that particular question. What have they asked? So this is question number 63, as you can see here. Consider the following in respect of National Carrier Service. Initiative of Department of Personnel and Training. No, department. It's not under Ministry of Personal Public Grievances. It's under Ministry of Labor and Employment. So this is gone. You're left with B and D. Is launched in mission mode to improve the employment opportunities of uneducated youth. Why only uneducated youth, do? So be very precise regarding these keywords. It's about everyone. Even if I'm educated, I can go to National Carrier Service. So second is also gone. So the option is D. Let's check the answer. 63 should be D. So 63 is D. Cool, dude. So if we go to, so National Carrier Service, they have asked, let's see if we can find anything substantial on National Carrier Service website or site. So this is National Carrier Service website right now. And see, As I've told you, work from home, online trainings, go to this site if you're in need of a job or something like that. We all are actually. Why? Unemployment is at a record high. Nobody can be sure about their job right now. The situation is such. So yes, so National Cadet Service is good in that regard. So yes, so we'll keep until here only. It's under Ministry of Labor and Employment. Go through these things, give maximum test as you can, but just don't only give test. Also try to revise those tests. That will help you a lot. So that's it. Keep on working hard. Stay safe. Stay inside. God bless you all. Thank you.